51, verses 1 and 2.
Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness and who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were cut, and to the quarry from which you were hewn.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. Look to Abraham, your father, and to Sarah, who gave you birth. When I called him, he was only one man, and I blessed him and made him many.
Yes. He said, if you are seeking righteousness, amen? You who are seeking righteousness, you are who are seeking the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were healed or from which you were cut. You know that saying, the chip off of the old block. Look where you came from. Look to Abraham, your father. Look to Sarah, your mother, to find out why those things are following you. You can't ignore it. Because the block you came from will affect you. But if you don't have to accept it, you can deal with it. Let me share my own testimony with you. I have siblings, brothers and sisters, I don't know. Because my father had a very charming personality. And as for the women, wherever he goes, they come. He has children with them, he moves on. Very charming personality. Even in his old age, getting close to 70, when he thought this one, the old man has finished, he went and married a young lady, had 2 more children with him. And I said, wow, I look at my father, I look at the woman. This old man, but that's how good he was. Then, so I don't know some of my siblings. And so my children laugh at me. We used to go to boarding school when we were in high school. So we go away, you come back for the summer, and you see this boy sitting in the house, you look at his black face, you look at his nose. And my father, with a couple of years, called as well. Many years ago, I went to work in this town here and I had a child. They're all over the place. That's my father. The fact I respect him, he's a very honorable man, but the fact that the man had a problem with adultery. Are you following me? Yes. Then I look from my mother's side. In my mother's family, there are very few men, a lot of women. So the men there, they are very pampered. Yeah. Let me give one example. I had one uncle who lived in a town, a small town, where they had gold mines in Ghana. And he was a gold dealer. So when the Rawlings revolution came, those people who are from Nigeria, you know about Rawlings. Man, he was cracking down. So this man had to go into exile. He had to run. It's as if though you are here in Maryland, right? And everybody knows you. So something happens and you run to your cousins or your cousin's house in New York. You get it, because in New York, nobody will find you. So he ran to my mother's place in the city. And when he came with a woman. And we thought that was his wife. Mom was very happy. Okay, this man is, my cousin is very good. He doesn't want to mess around. He brought his wife. So she was saying we were there, they were in the house, everything was going cool. Every day, making sure nobody saw him. You know, the police are coming, he will hide with his wife in the room. Then about a month later, my mom comes home and she looks and looks like the woman is different. What happened? Something different about this woman. And then later on, he heard a man calling her by another and say, oh, excuse me, what happened to the other one? Oh, I sent her back and brought a new one. It's like, what? You were supposed to be hiding. Why do you keep bringing everything that you go and betray? You said, Mom, I can't be with one woman for long. That's my mother's side. Amen. And here I am, in high school, before I became a Christian, I went to a boarding school, right? It's about 20 miles from where I live. So when school starts, I go to campus. Then summer, I go home. I realized that in my life, if I have one girlfriend in the school, right? And I go for the summer break and I come back, I don't want to see that one anymore. So like, hi sweetheart, do I know you? Go look for another one. You know what I'm talking about? So I became a Christian. I started looking into my life. I said, there's a problem. I looked to the rock from which I was healed. The rock I was cut from. I looked at my father, very nice man. But the man, when it comes to adultery, it's got him. I look at my mother's family, the men in my mother's family, can't do anything about it. So you know what I do? I am born again. My sins are forgiven. And I look at my own life. This can become a problem for me. So I began to pray to God, God, deal with this thing in my life. In my life, I don't want to have children with more than one woman. Give me a woman I will love with all my heart. My wife is 61 years old, and now when I'm all over her, she said, we were boring. I said, well, I'm starting to pray. I will keep quiet. God is answering the prayer I pray. In my church, sometimes I talk about it, they're like, Pastor, you are crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I pray for it. I want to be with one woman for my life. I want to be my father. I don't want to be like my uncles. Are you getting the picture?
Amen.
Yes. Don't refuse to accept it. It's a generational issue. It's a problem. You have to recognize it. You have to pray about it. I know a man who was in the world when he married his wife. And in Africa, when a man wants the freedom to have more than one wife, they don't get to the church and do the legal marriage, do the traditional marriage only. My brothers, am I right? Yeah, so that's what his husband has. And when they came to Christ, the man said that he wanted to wed the wife properly in the church. So that would be, when you see his pastor, his father heard about it, the man got angry. He said, no son of mine can ever stay with one woman. Do you see the problem right there? Yes. So this man is wishing that his children will follow in his footsteps. You ought to pray to break that thing.
Amen.
So I told the wife, we have to pray. We prayed, and they are still together.
Amen.
And the man is dead and gone. His prophecy did not come to pass.
Amen.
So look in your family. See patterns. See trends. Sometimes people come to me to get married and I'm asking them about their family history, and you see divorces. You know, your mother divorced, my father is polygamous, my mother is polygamous, and you give an excuse for it, you are covering it. No. Deal with it. So I have never committed adultery before, as in my family, but I still pray against the spirit of adultery in my life because I see it in my father. And I have one brother who is also a pastor, and he said one day he was praying about the spirit of adultery. His wife said, "Is something going on I should know?" He said, "Honey, it's not about us. It's about what I know coming down." Amen. Amen. We had a joke in our home that because our father was so, you know, when you mess around, how can your wife go and report to your father? One time, one of my brothers he said it was an allegation. His wife came to tell him, my father. You know what the old man told him when he called him? He didn't tell him. He said, know how to play your cards. Because he's guilty too. I hope you get the picture. Yeah. So look within yourself. Check where you came from. Some of you women, you come from families where the women, they talk too much. They lack the spirit of submission. Some of the women, you know, they beat their husbands. Tell God to set you free. It's a generational problem. But Aki and I will come from the same place. There's something called Yasantua spirit. Yasantua was a woman warrior. When the men were afraid to go to war, she led them to war. Can you imagine being married to Yasantua? So the women from my place, they need to pray that spirit will be broken from their lives. I hope this is what I'm talking about. So generational issues are real. God said, look at the rock from which you were taken. Because it follows you. Is somebody understanding me? Amen. Traumatic life experiences can also lead to bondages. Maybe you were raped. And that works in two angles. Because when these traumatic experiences happen, number one, how many of you know that the sin of when you commit an act of sex, there's a spiritual relationship that takes place. Yes, and that one, condoms cannot stop it. We are going to get to it, but let me see if I can skip and get the scripture there to show you quickly so that we can